I've finally finished crying over Trinidad Carnival 2023 and just decided that I'm going to go. Me and the crew are coming to Trinidad Carnival 2023. Now, that doesn't mean that I didn't have a reason to be crying, because we're going to talk about that at the end. Okay, Trinidad? But so many of you guys asked me in the comments from my 2020 video to do the 2023 video. I mean, I just had to oblige. So I'm here today, sick. I roll out of bed for me to give you this video today. So I sound a little nasal. It's because I'm really trying to hold it together. Sidebar, it's been so long I haven't seen you guys. You guys haven't seen me. You know, y'all abandoned me because you'll figure out, oh, he's skincare. Yeah, I could be skincare and carnival at the same time, okay? You understand? And all these promoters, yeah, you're only booking the whining influencers. I could whine too. But people need information, okay? So here we go with the Trinidad Carnival 2023 complete guide to flights, events, dates, prices, everything, you name it, I have it for you today. So let's get into this video.
Right, you go ahead.
So this time around, I'm giving you a range from the Wednesday before Carnival all the way until the Thursday after Carnival. So I'm giving you a full 8-day situation. Now, have you all seen flights? Flights? Child. I would suggest if you're coming from the US, I mean, let's just say this. Flights have tripled since 2020, right? And that's crazy. We need to speak to, I don't know who we need to speak to, or we need to petition for Liat to come back, because I don't know, something, as soon as Liat left, shit went awry, okay? But we need to make sure that we get this sorted out for next year. But if you're coming from the US, I would not suggest, well, actually, if you pay $4,000 to go to Trinidad, when I see you on the road, just throw your hands up, we're about to fight. Try to come to a neighboring island, to maybe like Barbados, St. Lucia, Martinique. I think they have flights. Grenada has flights from there to Trinidad. So it'll be way cheaper. It'll be like $2,000 cheaper for you to go from the US to the Caribbean islands, neighboring, maybe a day or two earlier than you planned. Go over to the island, one way, well, round trip, back to the island and then to New York. Or you could, the flight's a little bit cheaper going back to, I keep saying New York, but to the US or wherever you're going to, non-Caribbean territory. So let's kick this into high gear. So we start off with Wednesday, February 15th. And the first event is held by DJ Doc, and that is called High Seas, which is a DDI breakfast cooler fit. And that is going to be located at Western Main Road from 12 to 4 p.m. And it is only it's $100. I'm going to be quoting everything in US just to make things a little bit easier for everybody watching all over the world. Let's do US. As an alternative, you have Scotch Duckwork DDI Cruise, and that is going to be from Port of Spain. When I say Port of Spain, it's because the exact location has not been announced, so you have to purchase the ticket so that you get the exact location. I guess it's a safety feature. That's going to run you from about $170 to $180, and that depends on whether your gender. So females usually pay less than males. That ticket price is a combo price, so it's going to be coupled with the Scotch Duckwork, which is the Friday pool party. Oh, and the Scotch GDI cruise is from 1 to 7 p.m. Now we have 3 other events that are happening in the evening time. And the first is going to be Hyatt all-inclusive, well, premium all-inclusive, because the prices. Okay, it's at the Hyatt Regency, and it is going from 4 p.m. to midnight. Platinum tier is going to be $365 US. Diamond tier is going to be from $625 US. Okay, but they say you have butlers, and I have to see to believe it. I've never been, don't think I can go. But they said that you have butlers, you have lounges, you could basically, it's like your royalty, but for $625, listen. An alternative to that, which would be probably just as good, is DJ Gel's Just Soca. I think this is a new event. It's an all-inclusive and it is located at the Patio in Port of Spain from 5 to 11 p.m. and that's going to run you $125. Most of the all-inclusives are going to be pretty good. You're not going to miss anything unless you're like real anal about like top shelf and oh my god, they didn't give me this with, you know, they didn't give me caviar or whatever. Most all-inclusives are going to be pretty good in Trinidad. And if you want another alternative, we have Trini Jungle Juice's Mental, and this year's theme is going to be black tape and lace, which gives me, you know, tatas are going to be out, body out, everything out. Sounds mental to me. But I heard it's a really good party. I've never been because I'm always doing something else on the Wednesday. Oh, I usually come in on the Thursday anyway, but yeah. It's gonna be located at St. Andrew's Golf Club poolside, so bikini attire, and it's gonna be from 6 to midnight, and it's gonna cost you $95 to $110, and again, that's based on gender. Later that night, we also have 3 options. So the first one is gonna be Punchy Punch, which is Punchy Wednesday, and this year the theme is Flavor, FLVR. It starts at 10 p.m. in the Queen's Park Savannah, and yes, and that's where we usually cross and stuff. And it's a cooler event. It costs $60, or you could have drinks inclusive, and that's going to be $95. I did Punchy Punch, I think maybe like 2017 or 2016, or both years. It was a pretty good, you know, event. It's like a real low-key show performances. I think it's hosted by Ding Dong this year. And if you know Ding Dong, he's a character, so it's going to be fun. If you don't want to do that, there's also Best Slime Experience Duty Free, which is going to be from 7 to 12 p.m. And this is drinks inclusive, $70 to $100 in Port of Spain. And that is based on the time that you book. So basically, by now it should be at 100 US, right? Because it's late. And lastly, for Wednesday, we have Travis World's Wednesday Night Mass, which is a cooler event. And it's like glow sticks and being on the road. It's a nice little setup. It's from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. and it costs you $60. So that's Wednesday. You have so many options. And just by the way, I see a lot of people saying that, you know, they can't get anything for Trinidad. There are so many options, and you're going to see on my list, it's a lot. You're going to see on my list, so stay tuned. We have options. You just have to, sometimes you don't get into some things because of the capacity, but, you know, there's always something else happening at the same time in Trinidad. One thing about Trinidad. So Thursday, February 16 kicks off with Caesar's Army's AM Beach. I always say Am Beach and Ambush. But yeah, it's a premium all-inclusive at Maracas Beach from 5 to 11 a.m. and that's going to be $160. I think that's sold out already, but if you know somebody, you could probably get in. It's a beach, so it's not going to be like as rigid as a boat cruise. So you probably can get or probably could buy from somebody else. Don't buy those scammer tickets. They're out there. Be safe. Am Beach is a really good vibe. I did a vlog on Am Beach last year. Well, 2020. I keep saying last year, but 2020. And so you could go check that out so you could see the full vibes. You need your crew. It's a beach. It's a nice setup. The drinks are flowing. The food line is ridiculous. I hope they sort that out. No. Food line, get it together. Commencing a little bit later in the morning, 7 a.m. to 1 p.m., you have Private Ryan's Soca Starter Breakfast Fete, and that is breakfast included. So if it's breakfast inclusive, that means you have to pay for your drinks. So if I say all inclusive, it means that you have both food and drinks, okay? Or if I say just drinks inclusive, that means you have to pay for food, okay? Sometimes the food that is included would be tapas, which is like small plates. But if it's that, I'm going to let you know. And I need to turn up the octave a little bit for this one here. Later in the day, from 2 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., we have Beach House all-inclusive reclaiming its Thursday spot. Those who know, know. Those who know, know. Okay? Beach House on a Thursday can't be touched. Okay? So you know where I'm going, right? Okay? Yeah, so that's going to be $180 at this point, and it's located at the Sevilla, or Sevilla, I don't know, Trinidad has a lot of languages, so Sevilla Golf Course in Couva. Get the ticket. You won't, it's premium all-inclusive. I remember giving you this joke back in the day when I told you, when I first went to Trinidad for 2016, I think the ticket was like 200 and something US for the Thursday. That's before it moved to the Sunday. As soon as my Johnny Walker Gold and my Moe got room temperature, can I get another one, please? Because that's the first time I've ever paid that kind of money for an event, and I really, really enjoyed it. It was so good, and I know it's going to be extremely good there. So if you're gonna go to Beach House, drop down in the comments, let me know. We're gonna be linking up, right? Okay, I had to turn on my light. I was using a little bit of the natural light, so I had to get studio lighting. So if you see some bands on the screen, it's just because it's white light. I was trying to avoid that, but we're here. Right, back. So if you're not doing Beach House all-inclusive, later on in the day, from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m., we have Farmhouse Cooler. Food will be on sale, and that will cost you from about 70 to 80 US, and that's based on gender as well. So 70 being for females, 80 for males. From 5 to 11 p.m., we have Friends of Friends, the Holiday Jam Cooler Fete, and that's going to be located in Woodbrook. Dress code is going to be Western, so get your cowboy hats, cowboy boots. People like these themed parties. It's usually fun. And it's going to run you from $40 to $45 based on gender. See, I love that they have like the $600 parties, and then they have like the $40 parties, the $30 parties. So everybody, there's something for everyone to do. Not everything has to be a premium event, right? A cooler fete is necessary in the carnival. Later on that night, we go to Tribe Ignite from Tribe Carnival. Its theme is Tokyo Go this year. It's going to be from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. in the Hazley Crawford Stadium. Training field, I don't know if that's a specific place, but I know the Hazley Crawford Stadium. This one is drinks inclusive, and it's going to be $110. And happening at the same time, there's going to be Vibes with Voice the artist. It's called The Mecca, The Future Is Here. It is a concert, so all of his colleagues are going to be passing through. I would expect Nadia Batsu, I would expect, a good cast. That's from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. and that's going to run you from $70 to $90, and that's based on tier. When I say tier, I mean like there's usually like levels within an event. So you might have like general admission, you might have like a little VIP, you might have VVIP within that event. So you pay for that. So keyword tier means different levels in the same event. Moving straight along into Carnival Friday, which is February 17th. The first event is going to be Sun Nation JA's Sunrise Breakfast Fete. It starts at 4 a.m. and ends at 11 a.m. and is located at the Green Meadows Santa Barbara Boulevard. And it's going to be $220. And that's going to be drinks and food inclusive, usually premium drinks and good food. And if you can't wake up that early and you want to do something late, a little later, like 9 a.m., I have the perfect event for you. Silent Morning TT, which is a premium all-inclusive. It's usually an all-inclusive event, but this year they made sure to tell me that we're going premium. Premium all-inclusive, okay? So I don't think we should take that lightly, because Silent Morning is always a vibe. Those who know and those who've been, know, okay? Silent Morning is always a vibe. It's going to be on the Harbor Master. It's going to be $160 at this point. It was cheaper a little earlier, but we're running down to the last few weeks before Trinidad Carnival, so everything is going to be at the last ticket price. You can check out my Silent Morning vlog in my videos. It is always a good time. They use all the levels. It's always packed. The top deck is always vibes because there's this live percussions, and the second level has your bars and your food and stuff. It's always a good time. Then you can dock off and get into the water. Listen, a good time. It's a good Carnival Friday time. So that's from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Now, I need to put a pin in this right here. Those of you who get in on like Thursday or Friday or have a lot of different events that you want to go to, Friday is usually the best day to pick up your costume because every section is available by Friday. So usually like from Monday to Thursday, you have specific costume sections for each day, and you can't come collect any random one, but on Friday, they open it up to all the sections. So if you're not able to have a friend pick it up for you prior to you getting there Friday, right after Silent Morning, so about 2 o'clock, you go straight from the event, get your driver to drop you off at your costume collection and pick it up. It should be faster this time around because I see most bands leaning towards having all your balance cleared off before you get to pick up. So that's by the 31st of this month. And so nobody has to sit and, swipe their card and clear off balances. So it should be a very smooth process this year. Fingers crossed. Now, if you want to do the Scotch Duckworth poolside event, all-inclusive event, This is going to be $120 to $130, and they call it chicks versus dicks, or chicks and dicks, so females and males, right? The location is to be announced, but we need to know the location, because those who know that if it's not at Hilton, just saying, because I went to the one where they had the long venue at the other hotel. I didn't like it. So I hope that it's back at Hilton. And that's going to be from 12. They changed the time as well. It used to be starting at 2. So from 12 to 7 p.m. Hopefully, if it's for the better, we'll see what a 12 o'clock sun gives. But usually it's from 2 to 8 or 9. And now it's from 12 to 7. But that might not be a bad thing. Follow me. Oh, and for large groups, you can pay $2,000 US and you get 10 tickets, 4 premium bottles, a dedicated server, reserve parking for 2 vehicles. Okay, and you can email them at scotchgroupinfo@gmail.com. And that should be around $200 US per person. I think that's a pretty good deal for a cabana and for a server. That's very important. And especially the real bargain here is the parking, because listen, you will find yourself parking all the way by the Savannah, trying to walk up to the Hilton. So the dedicated parking is chef's kiss. So I would do that if I was going with a crew. From 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. we have Phuket, or Phuket, premium all-inclusive, and that's located at the Anchorage Beach Club in Chaguaramas. And that's going to run you it's going to run you $170. So it's a flat price. And lastly, we have the Battle of the Shows. Now, there's a little controversy going around, Soca Monarch Finals versus Machel Montano's one show featuring Wizkid. By the way, Wizkid, you know how like Afrobeats, like the songs, but you don't know who sings them? I know all of, when he announced it, Wizkid, and I was like, oh, he's the one who sings the songs that I know. Like, I always thought it was Burna Boy, but it's actually Wizkid. The first event is going to be from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m., and that's J Upscale and Machel Montano's one show featuring Wizkid, and that's located at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. It's going to cost you $60 for the general admission, $105 for platinum, and $195 for diamond tier. Now, the thing is, you don't get drinks or food inclusive with any of those prices. So, I mean, yeah, if you want to see Wizkid, then, you could pay for the drinks. You also have at the same time at 7 p.m. Fantastic Friday, which is International Soca Monarch Finals, and that's happening at, why do I see Hazley Crawford Stadium? I might have made a mistake, because I would hate to think that both events are at the same place. Somebody double booked. Okay. I'll just say this. I think this year was going to be a good year, a good opportunity for the International Soca Monarch to, make its comeback. We've all witnessed it kind of decline in terms of its amazingness. I remember before I could even go to Trinidad when I was very young, I would stay up and watch everything for Soca Monarch Finals in Trinidad. Recently, not so much. And we're also to blame because when I was able to go to Trinidad, granted that the acts were not as, dynamic as when I was younger, but, we get to Trinidad and we still don't do the local events. So, we can't be too mad at another artist for putting an event, but I would just think as somebody who is deep within the entertainment industry and somebody who participated in the competition, that there would be a little bit of grace and it wouldn't be on the same night. But you choose whichever event that you want to go to. Now, Saturday, February 18th, we get into the thick of things. The first event is going to start at 2 a.m. and that is Caesar's Army's Ambush, Ambush. And this year's theme is Roman Gladiators, or that's the dress code. It's an all-inclusive juve. You must have a juve. I don't care what you do. You must have a juve. So this one is kind of sold out. You can still make your profile and request from one of the million committee members. But the cost is going to be $180 and the location is never announced until right before to avoid persons like invading and stuff like that, right? Now, the reason I said that the duckwork time moving a little bit up is a little bit beneficial is because usually persons who do Scotch duckwork, poolside party, go to Caesar's Amaze AM Bush. And so if you finish a little earlier, you get to go and take a little nappy nap because you know we're getting old. The 90s crew, we're there. And so we need a little nap before we get up at 2 a.m. or 1:30 to start getting ready to go dirty up ourselves. But it's a necessary evil, you know? If you're looking for a cheaper alternative, we have Scotch Pandemonium, which is a neon juve, and that starts at 2 a.m. and ends at 9 a.m. The location is going to be Woodbrook, and it costs $70 to $80 based on gender. Okay, so you almost have half the price, which is going to give you the same kind of juve party vibes, just for a cheaper, you know, cost. Starting a little bit later, but still early, 5 a.m. to 12 noon, you have Icebox Entertainment, and they have Suits, which is a poolside cooler fete, and that is going to be at St. Andrew's Golf Club from $65 to $70 based on gender. I've always heard Suits is a good party. Wherever they go, whatever islands they go, they really put on a good event. Let's change the tone up because we have one of the main events. I mean, you could try to deny it. You mean as many alternatives as we could find. We have the mainstay events that you have to do. You just can't come to Trinidad if you don't do DJ Private Ryan's Soca Brainwash. Just can't. Like, just it makes no sense. Just like if you didn't go, like, you know, what did you come to Trinidad for? This year's theme is Happy Birthday. It's the 10th year for the party, and so you could dress basically as any one of the themes, and they have a lot of themes. So they have like the Orient theme, there's the all white heaven theme, there was also the whimsical theme, there was a good number of themes. There's another theme, and there's also, you could also dress in like nude colors, like a birthday suit nude, you know. So I can't wait to see that, how that turns out, because I know the decor is going to be sickening. It's located at the St. Mary's College grounds as usual. Starts at 11 a.m. and finishes at 6 p.m. It usually goes up until about 7:30 or 8. So yeah, but you get there early, you eat your belly full, get your drinks, and you find your spot in the front to have the time of your life. Soca Brainwash is one of the events that never has disappointed me. I don't care what year I went. I've been to, I think every single year I went. It's really good. It's really refreshing to see the mass crowd and how everything runs smoothly. DJ Private Ryan, whoever is his design team, his concepts are fantastic. The drinks always top shelf and flowing. There's always a moment that you could take pictures in, you know, some kind of decor setup. And when he introduced the, you know, the Back in Time stage, fantastic. You can go ahead, Gene and Dinah, Rosita and Clementina, or you could go and mash up the front of the stage. And that's what I like, because sometimes people's parents are there and you don't want to be stepping on people's parents' feet, you know? If you're not doing Soca Brainwash, or if you did not receive a ticket, get a ticket. There's also this cute event that I saw. I've never been, but it's a nice concept. It's called Pink Nick TT, and it's Floral Bliss Premium All-Inclusive Pink Themed event. It promotes breast cancer awareness and it helps to raise funds for treatment. So they give you like a blanket, you get like you have different tiers as well. So it goes from $120 to $220 based on those tiers, and your package has stuff based on the amount of money that you pay. But all the packages, you get a blanket, everything is pink themed, and it's located at Fatima Grounds. Okay, so that's a good alternative. I think it's gonna be a good vibe. Let me know if you have tickets for that, and if you've ever been, because I think they started in 2020. So leave a comment. Down there is a community, okay? If you look from my old videos, we all discuss what we're going to, what we like, what we don't like, so that we help each other in the following year. Later in the evening, from 6 p.m. to 12 midnight, you have Jamboree Fete, Revel featuring Kes the Band, and that's located at Queen's Hall. It's drinks inclusive, and it costs you $75. So you have to buy your food, but that's fine. A nice drinks inclusive for $75 never hurt nobody. If you're not doing that, there's Estate 101 Pure Platinum Ultra Premium, okay, we'll hold them to that. All inclusive, and that's located at 101 Saddle Road in Maraval. The dress code, of course, all white, and that's going to cost you $200. And from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m., we have Jetty Jam Poolside Cooler Fete, so bikinis. It's in Shaka Cabana from $55 to $60 based on gender. If you're a pan person like myself, I used to play pan. We have Pan Trinbago having large bands panorama finals, and that's in the Grandstand, Queen's Park, Savannah, from 7 to 11 p.m. and it's costing $70 to $120, and that's based on tiers. Now I saw this event, kind of tickled me a little bit. It's from IS Promo. It's called Insomnia Jammies, the Pajama Jam in Woodbrook from midnight to 6 a.m. It starts at $38, cheap, to $45 based on gender. But they're giving back to the community. For sexiest pajama, you can win 1,400 USD. That's 10,000 TT for the sexiest pajamas. So you know they're gonna have the things and the things happening down in Woodbrook. If I wasn't doing something, I would probably go to that. Now we made it to Sunday, Carnival Sunday. And you can't do a Carnival Sunday without having a breakfast fete. This is the day. Sunday is usually the day for breakfast fetes. I mean, all the other breakfast fetes are cute, but if you're not doing a breakfast fete on Sunday, are you really doing Trinidad Carnival correctly? And also, because they moved the beach house all-inclusive back to its Thursday, you could basically do your breakfast fete and not have to worry about having a beach house all-inclusive during the afternoon on that Sunday. But before we go to the breakfast fete, we have a little juve action, and it's presented by WOW. It's Soca Street Festival. It's a drinks-inclusive event located in Port of Spain from 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. That's going to run you $105. I went in 2017, I think. It's a really good vibe. It's a really good vibe. You have performances, you have paint and powder and stuff like that. When I went, it was cooler. Now it's drinks inclusive, so I'm sure they have elevated the product. Also happening from 4 a.m. to 11 a.m. is Sunny Side Up, and their theme this year is superheroes, good versus bad. It's a premium all-inclusive at Wendy Fitzwilliams Boulevard, Diamond Vale. You have $80 if you want to have a cooler, so there's a cooler section. And it's costing you $180, $180 if you're going to be in the premium all-inclusive section. But Sunny Side Up is saying that after the breakfast fete, they go to the road and have sort of like a jump up behind a big truck. So that should be fun. After you have all that, eggs and bacon, you go up on the road. And so it'll give you a little warm up. That's your warm up. Another option for a breakfast fete starting at the same time, 4 a.m. to 11 a.m. is going to be Kyrie People Breakfast Is. And that's a breakfast party. They've not released the location yet, but it's going to be in Port of Spain. And that's going to run you $100. This event is currently sold out, but they might release a few more tickets, hopefully Vale. This one is the original Vale Breakfast Party, which is premium all-inclusive. Heard only good things about them. They're located at Drew Manor, Santa Cruz, from 4 a.m. to 11 a.m. and that's going to run you $145. If you want to start a little bit later because you can't wake up from the pajama party the night before, we have Shades Experience, Shades Breakfast Party, featuring Kes the band, and they have the entire band. It's a premium all-inclusive located in Port of Spain, and it starts at 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. and it's going to cost you $100 as well. Starting at 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., we have MC Boat Experience Premium Wet Cruise. That is sold out, but I had to shout them out because they've been doing their damn thing, and I know some of the people on the committee, great people, but it's a boat. Of course, they can't extend the capacity because that's a hazard underwater. But it's located at the Breakfast Shed, just in case you have a ticket and you did not know where it's going to be located or starting from. Breakfast Shed in Port of Spain from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Your cooler is $90, well, for a cooler package. And the dress code is going to be animal print. Can't wait to see the videos and pictures from that. It's usually raunchy. A little later, we have another cruise from Best Lime Experience, Carnival Island, and it is going to be down the islands. A cooler cruise from 2 to 7 p.m. and that's going to cost you $50. If you want to do something a little later, let's say starting at 3, we have a new event and it's from DJ Private Ryan. It's called Imagine Elements and it's a complete juve experience, and you're going to be having paint, powder, mud, oil, water, and rhythm. Okay, it's located at the Queen's Park Oval and it's going to run you $70. That sounds like a good vibe. I'm probably not going to do it because of the oil. I've had bad experiences with that oil from Carnival. I hate it. Listen, if you want something that stains, you'd smell like oil until Carnival Wednesday, I could tell you that. But you also have little tricks and hacks where you could put like oil on your skin before so that it doesn't absorb deep into your skin and stain your skin. But just know that your taxi man is going to be real pissed. If you're feeling a little bit poolsy and a little bit, more calm than a juve, you have Lux All Inclusive, and it's at the Hilton poolside, and that's going to be from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. and it's going to run you $135. And lastly, for Sunday night, we have Dimash Gras, and that is a cultural concert located at the Queen's Park Savannah. It is starting from 7 p.m. I guess until, and it's going to be, it usually probably goes until Juve. And it's going to be from $30 to $50 and based on your tiers. We're finally at Monday, but before we get into Parade of the Band, we have some Juve bands that I'd like to, mention. Juve Morning. And this is traditional Juve. It's not like the promoter event. It happens like when it's supposed to, like the break of the new day. So the day open, Juve. So that's when the typical Juve happens. So there are many more bands, but these are those that I recognize. We have Coco Devils Juve, we have Clay Juve, we have Icebox, we have Josie's Jamishness, Traffic Jam, we have Jungle Fever, we have Mothers, International Juve, Red Ants Juve, we have Yellow Devils Juve, we also have Dirty Medics and Dirty Dozen Juve. So you can choose from any one of them, and if you want to register for one of them, just type in any one of the names that I mentioned and put Trinidad Carnival at the end of it because it might have a Z instead of an S, and register for a Juve package. It's going to be in Port of Spain. Now finally we get to Parade of the Bands, Carnival Monday. Carnival Monday in Trinidad is my favorite day. I prefer Carnival Monday to Carnival Tuesday, and it's because two things. One, there are no costumes, big costumes, although people are going, you all need to stop that on Twitter. Okay? People can spend whatever they want on their Monday wear. Stop. But there are no big costumes to be, restrictive. You can take your grind, your wine. You could, move past people without losing an eye. That's important because we need the eyes for, life afterwards. Like Carnival does not, we need our eyeballs, right? And also, I feel like people look even more beautiful. Like you can see like individuality. Like people take their time to like look special and unique. And so because Carnival Tuesday, where you have your costumes, everybody's uniform, Carnival Monday kind of, you can meet Bay on the road for Carnival Tuesday because it's like, who is that? Who is that? Instead of on Tuesday, you'd be like, oh, everybody looks so good. I want that. I want that. Now, the start time for Carnival Monday depends on the band that you jump with, but it's usually about 10, I would say. It starts later than Carnival Tuesday. Speaking of which band you're in, which band are you in? Could you comment down below and let me know what band you're jumping in with this year? I'm not going to say my band. I'm going to say my band. Am I going to say my band? Let's just say we had a little switcheroo happening, the last minute of things and the large group of things. So we had a little switcheroo. So I'm going to be in a different band this year. But let me know what band you're going to be in, and I'll heart your comment if we're in the same band. Now, I know most of the bands are completely sold out, but I'm going to go through a list of bands that are going to be on the road so that if you have tried to register in a band that is sold out, you can search in those names and you can see if they still have space. So we have Bliss, we have Dream, we have Escape, we have Exousia Mass, Hearts Carnival, we have Kinetic Mass, Jam the Band, Legacy Carnival, Paparazzi Carnival, which I've heard very good things about, Pure Carnival, Raw Mass Production, not Carnival, Raw Mass Production, Rogue Carnival, Ronnie and Caro Carnival, which gives you more traditional, Resonate Carnival, Lost Tribe, which gives you traditional with a twist, Tribe Carnival, which is the biggest band, Utopia Mass, We Mass Carnival, and Yuma. Now, Carnival Monday usually goes a little later, and there's something called Monday Night Mass, where Bands like Rogue have Light Up the Rogue. They have perfection. I'll just say that, perfection. If you're in Rogue, you're going to have the experience of your life. They usually finish around 8 or 9 p.m. and the lights and everything is just so beautiful. It's such an amazing experience, and the contrast from day into night is such a, a full circle moment. It's one of those moments in Carnival that you could cry for. Carnival Tuesday, pretty mass in Trinidad. There's an earlier start for Carnival Tuesday, usually 7 a.m., which is insane. 7 a.m. Wow, that's wild. Except for Rogue, they start later. They start, I think, 11 a.m. on the Tuesday and end even later, I think, on the Tuesday, yes. And they also have the Last Lap. They have access to the Last Lap with Tribe and all the other bands under the Tribe umbrella. So like Bliss and somebody else, Lost Tribe. So they go a little later. So starting later doesn't affect anything, trust me. And it's actually kind of nicer. I don't know if I want to be on the road at 7 a.m. And later off, to end off the carnival, there is Pan Trinbago, Pan on the Road at Victoria Square and downtown Port of Spain, and Pan Last Lap at Western Main Road in St. James. So you could follow the Pan going all around until carnival is over, wrapped with a bow. Ash Wednesday, which is February 22nd, we have the Beach Lime at Maracas Bay at Las Cuevas, and you can bring your coolers. It is a beach, so it is free 99. Okay, as in FREE, not 3. I can't make these jokes because it possibly could be $3.99. But yeah, that's a good, cool down. This is the first year we actually not leaving on the Wednesday and staying until I've left later. I've left, I think, on the Friday, but as a group, usually we leave on the Wednesday, but we decided not to rush our trip because when you come home from Carnival on the Carnival Tuesday, to pack your suitcase is insane. So we're staying on Wednesday, so we're probably going to be doing this next event called Sunscape. It's from Best Lime Experience, and it is a last jam. It is a DDI cruise, food inclusive, and you can bring your coolers. It's going to cost you $70. Starts at 2 p.m., ends at 7 p.m. on the Ocean Pelican. And to wrap off our nice full guide, we end on Thursday, February 23rd. That's the day I go back. But there's still another event that you could go to called Private Ryan's Post-Carnival Relief. This year the name is called Sunny Days, D-A-Z-E, if you're trying to Google it. It's food inclusive, you pay for your drinks. It starts at 12 lunchtime and ends at 6 p.m. And that's gonna cost you $85. And it's going to be, the dress code is going to be bikini wear. This year, I'm a very free agent, meaning that I'm not going to be associated or affiliated with any bands, brands, events. So the reviews are going to be, as always, honest, but I'm not going to be obligated to film anything. So what I do film and what I do enjoy is what I do enjoy. And if I don't enjoy it, you're going to know firsthand. So get ready for that. Trinidad, we need to have a conversation as soon as Carnival finish. Because the prices that you, listen, now, we cannot move to 2024 with this. And Liat, you need to come back. We need to have a conversation, and I promise we won't jump you. So thank you guys for tuning in to my complete Trinidad Carnival 2023 guide, and I hope you got some great nuggets from this, and I hope you added at least 2 events to your itinerary. This is going to be such a great return to the Mecca of Carnival. It's a little costly, but I know it's going to be worth it. Not hopefully, I know it's going to be worth it, and I can't wait to see all of you again. Run up on me. Let's take pictures. Let's have a little drink. Let's take shots. I'm with it. I'm with all of it. Okay. Comment down below. Let me know the band that you're jumping with. Any events that I mentioned that you're going to be attending. Let me know which events you're going to be attending. Let me know your schedule. Well, don't put your schedule down because there's stalkers in the comments. But just let me know when you land and when you leave. Okay. And then you let me know what events 2 or 3 events that you're doing from this list. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys in another video.